Rollmodels, which is my company, was started up about 3 years ago, and it has a long history actually. For me personally, I've been trying to put this together for maybe the last 5-6 years, and I realized there was a sort of like a little link in the market that needed people to help other people become something in the industry. Now that's not just about modeling, that's about talent in any form. I think the confidence is what's needed. I think that once you have that confidence and understand what you're doing for yourself as a business, you then need the tools to access into that industry, and then you become more professional, you become more confident with yourself, and that in turn helps you generate a better lifestyle because you're happier, you're more confident with your business, you're more confident with yourself, and in turn you obviously get money for that and then your lifestyle becomes better. So Rollmodels is about creating people in the industry who are role models to others. So I started off and people started asking me questions like, hey, how do you do this? Where do you go for this industry? How do you stay fit and healthy? How do you stay looking so good? Do this, do that. And I started thinking, well, I've got all of these emails coming towards me, so why don't I do something about that and turn it into more of a business as well? So Rollmodels was born about 5-6 years ago, and it started off just as a little blog, and now it's turned into a creative company. So Rollmodels Create, which you can find at rollmodelscreate.com, we basically now create brands. So I have a team of people who do videography, do photography, we build websites, we look at branding and marketing, we take it onto a reality level. I mean, nowadays a lot of people are watching reality shows, people want to see into the business more opaque. The Academy is about finding, well, not necessarily finding talent, but I want people to come to us and say, I really want to do this. Okay. How's the best way for me to do that? And then we look at their individual network, their individual basis, their personality, and we sort of like just fine-tune elements of what that person wants to become. And then we create the tools, which are like photo shoots, video shoots, put them on camera, get them speaking on camera, get them to the microphone, build up their confidence so that they're able to go, oh, wow, I can now do this, rather than just like, I think I can. It's now like, well, actually, I know I can. So it's their confidence that comes through. So then talent automatically becomes more professional. Values for people wanting to become, say for instance, a model, they have to really understand the situation. They have to understand the industry, and they have to understand that it's not just about being as pretty as you can be, or being as good looking as you can be, or having the best abs that you can be. It's actually about just generally being a good person that people want to work with. Now, there's always somebody better looking. There's always somebody who's got better abs, there's always somebody who's got bigger biceps, they've got the better hair. You will never fit every client's aspect. So they have to understand that, first and foremost, is that you will not be everybody's taste. And that is, people forget this. People think, oh, I'm a good looking guy, I can do this, I can do that. And they get misguided actually, because then they become disappointed. When they don't get a job that they think they should, they become disappointed, and it ends up bringing a negativity into the industry and into their life. So the way that we try, and the first thing is, you have to understand that there will always be somebody who can do a good job. There will always be somebody who can do something that the client wants that you may not have. So you have to understand your own personal abilities as well. Chivalry, I think, is just generally just being a polite person. Just understanding that different cultures, different societies, different upbringings, underneath all of that, you still have to just be a polite person and just be genuine. I think that chivalry, in that sense, becomes more likable. It's genuine to the person, and you'll end up just being that nice person that people want to be around. And I think chivalrous? No, that's not the word. Chivalry. And I think that chivalry is just understanding when somebody's there, just understand that they're still a human being as well, and that you just need to, how you treat them is the way that you're going to get treated back. laws of attraction. I wouldn't say chivalry is lacking. I think that there are a lot of people here who understand what chivalry is about, and I think that the education is there. I do find that there's something missing. There is something more on like the elegance of chivalry, I think, is missing. I mean, people are polite, they say hello, but actually going that extra step for others. I do find that here, and not just in Malaysia, but in a lot of places in Southeast Asia and especially in China, there's that elegance to chivalry that is missing. So people are polite, they say hello, they say goodbye, but there's just nothing fully genuine with it, that they really want to help. That's what I find is missing. When you're a model, you have to work with so many different teams, so many different types of people, from all different walks of life, all different industries, all different networks, that you have to just be genuine with every single one of them. Because not only is it on that day, they will then pass on that information to other people that you may work with in the future. So if you have this natural chivalry about you, then it's gonna have a knock-on effect with everything that happens. And in this industry, it's a very closed industry. Everybody knows everybody, and if at one point you do something that isn't quite right, you know, that isn't polite, that somebody just doesn't like your attitude or the way that you've done something, or you know, they just feel like you're not genuine, then it will be passed along, and your industry, your network will suffer for that. So you really have to be aware of it all of the time.